I don't know about you guys, but I have never passed out at a party, like in general. And if I did, I don't imagine it would look like this. Y.E.S is the newest album released by The Presets. I didn't know much about this DJ duo before listening to this album, and just based only on this album, this is kind of a fun album that throws me back to the late 90s and early 2000s. A lot of it reminds me a little bit of Bass Nectar. I don't want to say it's exact the same thing, but it kind of just gives me that memory flashes in my head. And these songs just feel like throwbacks that you've never heard before, if that makes sense. It's almost like if nostalgia inserted new memories into your brain while you were listening to this album. It's kind of a weird concept. This album feels like it is an entire one, maybe almost two generations backwards. Not behind, just backwards. I can probably recall having both puzzled looks and very intrigued looks on my face when I was listening to this album. Mostly the puzzling isn't really for bad things, it's just really for like, that's an interesting choice. And maybe some things that are just like, oh, I haven't heard that in a while. Why use it now? And I don't mean that it's dated or anything like that. I don't really believe that good music does not have an expiration date, in my opinion. There are some tools and production that do have this vibe from a certain, whether it is a generation or a year or a decade or something like that, that you want to label it as or categorize it as. But it is a fairly good sounding album. I got 3 songs I'd like to highlight. The first one is Are You Here? That one, I don't know if they were taking inspiration for that one, not just throwbacks, but inspiration. It kind of reminded me of some Madonna tunes. I can't name exactly which ones in particular. That's just kind of what it reminded me of. Another is called Feel Alone. And the song that I really enjoyed was Downtown Shutdown. The only quarrel I have with that song is the intro. If you go and listen to it, maybe you'll think it's fine. I think the intro can be cut because it's repeated with the music a lot within the song, but the intro is just kind of odd. It's just kind of an odd intro, so I was very hesitant about the song when I was listening to it, but then I grew to like it a lot once the beat started getting in there. So all of these songs have a fairly fast-paced tune. It's very much a club jam kind of album, and it's been a while since I've wanted to hear some songs like that in like an entire album. I know a lot of EDM that is just kind of fun to jam out in the car in, and it's kind of club-oriented, but this is definitely a club album. So after having listened and reviewed this album, with production of 90%, creativity 81%, expression and lyrics 85%, I'm going to give this album a good. I'll probably look into this DJ duo a little bit more later on. This was almost kind of trippy because I expected to not listen to an album in 2018 that sounded like this. And I think that's great. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. And remember, if you want to discover, promote, and review the best in entertainment, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, and all that other good stuff so you can get that yes in your life. See you next time.